This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Anina, Clay, Mariah, Maddie, Edalis, Dre, Thomas, Tara, Zoe, Zuzia, Ainsley, Sabine, Jimma, Bailey, Azzy, Jacqueline, Monica, Jordan, Green, Lizzie, Willow, Danny, Blessing, Avery, Maddie, Alexia, B, Max, T, Taylor, M, Lovely, Antonina, Anna, Valen, Ali, Obsessed, Brianna, Nicole, Carnations, Kristen, Tequila, Autumn, Emily, Sarah, Vanessa, Nini, Nura, Matcha, Ava, Yasmin, Leah, Kayla, Ali, Ginny, Vika, Inez, June, Elizabeth, Penguin, Sammy, Roland, Rose, Lydia, Mila, Adrian, Lexi, Bana, Chi, Madison, Beck, Jemiah, Mads, Rachel, Daisy, Honeybee, Jade, Hooves, Rose, Alyss, Caden, Sponge, AJ, Kate, Jay, Praxton, Nicole, Terry, Hollow, Rebecca, Allison, Jacqueline, Jakaria, Mina, Lilith, Ange, Jasmine, Lizard, Haley, Kiki, Illyria, Lady Demista, Zebra, Lala, Ari, Amy, Busy, Molly, Xylosaurus Rex, Lunaris Galaxia, Maya, Novastar, Annie, Tori, Ariel, Bolchi, Bree, Zael, Jenny, Beastie, Leah, Arlo, Lena, and Daddy. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description. Psst. I don't remember that quote from the Thanos in, I don't know if it's Infinity War or Endgame, but pretend that I came up to you and said that quote about, oh, where did it lead you? Back to me. Pretend I came up and said that and it was funny and cool and awesome. Oh, hey, yeah, no, I know. Very, very interesting and funny and relevant reference. That also has to do with you being back in a Denny's at 2 a.m. So, if you don't mind me asking, why are you back here? Oh, okay. First of all, I can't believe you didn't tell me. Second of all, why isn't the rest of the crew with you? Isn't that the thing? Usually theater people, after a show, they all go to the same like late night open restaurant, either an IHOP or a Denny's, and harass the wait staff and all that. Well, I mean, usually I would be upset about that. You know, it's kind of frustrating to have to deal with a bunch of very extroverted theater people at once, especially at 2 a.m. But I have literally, if you scan the room, there are 0 other customers, and I'm 90% sure we're not going to be getting any more for the rest of the night because it's been like this for the past 3 days. No idea. Don't know. Maybe it's like this weird time where it's almost summertime and the weather's just starting to get good, so people are outside and not, at a Denny's. Or maybe also simultaneously, maybe people are feeling happy and because it's summer coming up. And then also because they're happy, they're not going to be in a Denny's. Happy people don't come here. Well, I'm glad you are the exception, and I'm glad that you are doing well. Seriously, I cannot believe that I haven't heard from you in such a long time. That is a factoid of information for me to know and for you to find out. So I have to ask, what are you going for tonight? All right, and what is going to be your style of eggs? And what type of meat are you going to be getting with that? All right. We actually developed this really cool new system. You're never going to believe it. Ready? Hey, John. All-American Slam with bacon, scrambled eggs. And see, look at that. Look at how that works. He knows it. He's good to go. And now I can continue standing here talking to you. As long as you don't mind, John, taking a little bit of time to get your food ready. Because he knows whenever I use the new communication system that it is because I want to talk to the person that I am waiting on. Oh, John's this new guy. He is the absolute sweetest thing in the entire world. He's probably in his mid 50s, late 50s, somewhere between there. And he has given me some of the best life advice that I've received in recent times. Being on the graveyard shift, people are become naturally more introspective for some reason when they're up late, and because our brain has to be working at full capacity, we have lots of philosophical talks when I'm walking in there and picking up orders and bringing them out. I know it's odd, but I really wouldn't have it any other way. Plus, we are still getting a premium for graveyard shift because nobody else wants to do it. And nobody really knows how not busy it gets in here because before John, I would say this, and even with John, I guess I'd say this. Nobody who works at Denny's actually cares about their mental health. So I hope I don't sound like I'm imposing, and you can totally say no to this if you want to. But would you mind if I sat down? Okay, good. If you said no, I would have literally just walked away and just sat at the bar on my phone. So I'm very glad that you did not turn me away. So I still can't believe this bit of information that you simply haven't told me. How is the production? What did you guys do? Where did you do it at? That's so cool. I have never been to a player's production before, but I have had friends who have done them, and they have said nothing but good things. Please tell me that you have more coming up for the rest of this weekend. Yes! Okay, step 1 done. And please tell me that you have tickets available for them still. Yes! Oh my God, that is amazing. I am so excited. So who are you? That's perfect. That's perfect. It is. I don't know. You have the genuine, earnest nature that is required to play Dorothy. So I don't know. I think I imagine you probably do great. But that is very odd that you decided to deviate from the rest of the group. Did they go to the IHOP? Yeah, that makes sense. It is much nicer than here. And also less depressing. But I don't know. I said I don't know because I don't know. Maybe you came here. Hey. Sorry, bless me. Maybe you came here because you wanted to see someone, hypothetically. I don't know, just throwing out a line here. Maybe seeing if I catch anything on the other end of it. Oh. Well, actually, I was just teasing you, but now that it elicited that reaction, maybe it's true. I don't know. That could be nice, but I won't press you on it at all. So did everything go off without a hitch? I know you spend so much time making sure that you have all of the lines down and completely memorized, but I don't know. I haven't really seen you perform in a while, so. High school, I think. High school senior year was the last time. I didn't know you had gotten back into it after you had left, so I don't know. You were always such a star on the stage that I am very excited to hear that you're back at it. Oh, come on. Give me a rest. Give it a rest. I told you that all the time. You never seemed more comfortable than when you were playing a character on stage. You had this, not bravado, because that's the wrong word, but this confidence about you. Like, you knew you were nailing it, and you never were wrong. You were always nailing it. Yeah, no, I guess that is, that's a good question. We haven't really talked, and I'm still here, and it's decent money for what it is, especially because the premium for Graveyard Shift, but I am finishing up my 3rd year of university, and I am anticipating maybe getting an internship my senior year so I can finally get out of this pit. Yeah, I probably want to try and get in with like a film studio in LA. There's a pretty decent amount of indie ones that have positions like that open. For internships, I mean. Do you know how nice it is to have a customer for a shift and have it be you and not either a completely intoxicated person who is belligerent and I have to eventually subdue through physical force? Believe it or not, that has happened far more than you could possibly imagine. Or like just like a group of stoner kids who don't have any regard for public etiquette. And instead, it's one of my favorite people in the world. Yeah, I would say so. Is that a surprise? Come on, just because we haven't really talked in the past 6-ish months very often doesn't mean that all of the time before that is suddenly erased and all of my amazing memories with you are suddenly gone. Listen, I wanted to give it some time and some space before we talked about it, but do you think, I know it's crazy that we are doing this here in a Denny's of all places. Do you think we can maybe have that conversation? Listen, if you're not up for it, it's totally fine. And what do you mean by that? Well, a mistake is a pretty strong word, and I would like to know what you are referring to, because I could assume that mistake was in regards to the kiss itself, which would take this conversation down one very distinct road. Mistake could be not really responding to my texts or trying to engage in conversation with me, which again, I'm not mad at. It was a very passionate in the heat of the moment, and I'm not one to chastise someone for taking their time, but you could view that as a mistake. Or you could view coming here as a mistake. So which one is it? Okay. All right. That is, I kind of had myself resigned to the fact that it would be either be number 1 or number 3, but number 2, I am blushing. I am smiling because that is the best news that I've had in the past 6 months, which just so happens to be the time that we really stopped talking to each other. So am I to then, because it seems like you are a little bit too nervous to do it for me or for yourself, am I to draw the conclusion from that then that maybe perhaps you enjoyed the brief but very intense moment of intimacy that we had together? I mean, I could just make the assumption, but I would like to hear you say it. And if me saying it first is the only way that I can get to that resolution, then I guess I have to do it, huh? That kiss was the best kiss of my entire existence. And I can confidently say that I think it will be the best kiss of my future existence. You blew me out of the water. You blew my mind. You made me feel emotions and feelings that I hadn't ever felt before. And I knew it was the best thing I've ever experienced because when we stopped talking, all I could think about was that. All I could think about was that moment and how even if we had ruined our whatever we had going forever, that feeling of that kiss that I can look back on and relive constantly made it was worth it. It made it all worth it. You are looking at me as if you, and I hope I'm not using too foul language here, you want to devour me? But before we even get into all of that, one, we're at a Denny's, and two, I would like to know, does that mean you're into me or not? Because this could be, I understand. I'm willing to go down whatever path you want to go down, but after all of this uncertainty for 6 months, I just kind of want a solid answer as to what you want I imagined this moment in my mind repeatedly for such a long time now. And I truly not once imagined our reuniting kiss being at a booth at my workplace of Denny's. I had sunset, like on a hill. I had on the beach by the ocean. I had at a concert. I had at both of our houses. But my place of work, the most devastating environment you can possibly conjure up, wasn't it? So just believe me when I say that it still managed to surpass all expectations. For the record, that's you saying that you're mine, right? I wanted to hear you say it. It makes me happy, makes me smile. And now, maybe I can take you out on a real date? I mean, the princess deserves all of the fixins on her first date, and I would really, considering I'm on the clock, would not like to consider this our first date. Maybe either before or after your show tomorrow, I can take you out to dinner. Well, I'm going to be there with a sign in the back saying your #1 fan. So, I mean, for the whole weekend, I've already committed the time. And I've already in my head started to do the crime. Okay, your All-American Slam is ready, as you can hear from yep. That is him. I will go get that for you, and then when I come back, maybe we can iron out some more details for that first date. Okay, fine. One more thing, but I have to go get you your food at some point. I don't know. I do have to try and be professional, and I am on the clock. I don't want to... Of course I'm kidding. Come here. And with that, I will return with your feast. I may be a dork, but I'm your dork now.